Okay, now some applications or practical uses of trig ratios. Of course, we learn these skills so we can actually apply it to practical applications. Okay, here's a couple of examples. A straight ramp in a car parking building is angled at 8 degrees to the horizontal. The ramp is 30 meters long. There's the ramp. 8 degrees. Whoops. How much higher is the top of the ramp compared to the bottom? So that's what we need to find out. Okay, we know it's a trig ratio question because we've got an angle and a side. We'll label the sides. We've got an opposite. There's a right angle and a hypotenuse. And so here's our trig ratios. So car tower. Which one has an O and an H? The sign. Cover up what you have to find, which is the opposite. And so we find that it's a multiplying equation. So x equals the sine of 8 degrees times 30. Go to your calculator and you should get 4.175, which is 4.2 meters, 1 dp. Okay. Question 2. I'm thinking of cutting down a tree in my backyard and I want to know how tall it is, just in case it hits something. I stand 10 meters from the base and find the angle of elevation, and you can use a clinometer to do that. Find it's 48 degrees. How high is the tree? Here's our tree. And I'm standing down here on the ground, and I find, now the angle of elevation is as you're looking up from the ground. And so that is 48 degrees, or up from the horizontal is elevation. There's my right angle. I know that I stand 10 meters from the base, and I want to find the height of the tree. Okay, label your sides. Opposite and adjacent. So I know I'm going to use my TOA relationship. Tangent. Cover up what you have to find. Got to find the opposite. So x equals the tan of 48 times 10, which comes to 11.1 meters, 1 dp. So I now know how tall the tree is. Okay, another question. A rugby try is scored 10 meters from the center of the posts. The kicker converts the try by kicking at an angle of 38 degrees. How far back to the nearest meter did the kicker go from the try line? So there are our posts, and here's the ground, and there's our 10 meters. So I scored 10 meters from the center point of the posts. Okay, the kicker kicks on an angle of 38 degrees, and we want to know how far back to the nearest meter did the kicker go from the try line, so we need to find x. Okay, so label your sides. Here's our right angle, so we've got an opposite and an adjacent. So once again it is the tan, opposite and adjacent. Okay, now we have to find this time the A, the adjacent. And so we can find that x equals, it's going to be the opposite length of the opposite side divided by the tan of the angle. So 10 over tan 38. Now you go to your calculator and find that it is 12.799 meters, or 12.8 meters 1 dp. That's how far back, maybe it's Dan Carter, how far back he had to stand from the try line in order to score the convert the try.